this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matches. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. When my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
You're outside. 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home. Check 13. Check 13.
Lady.
Ship. Watch the ship.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill, kill, kill. Lady.
Darnold on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry down. This is Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Slam. He's checking. Crash.
Under 10. 10.
Showing it. Kill.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's second down.
Hey, no, switch the mic. Young lady. X3, 218, chop. Man, 80. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, Delta.
Here's Darnold. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
He's crossing. He's checking credit.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Johnson's got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Blue 60. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Kill. 6 shots.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Faking the give, Darnold sliding out of the pocket, and Eifert has it, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football, but sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
General West. Big air. Check. Crunch.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. After the interception, here's Stafford. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Man, I got you. Wide. Get wide. Monday. Watch the eyes.
22 jet bomber.
Now Johnson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Lady!
I don't think you got it, son.
Stafford on third down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Big 20.
Switch gears. Check nickel.
21.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Man, that's trash.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Single receiver.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
57 to Mike.
Back to throw, Stafford. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
We want it. Come to my work.
On first down, Darnold. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the pass. Watch the safety creep. Check three.
Darnold steps away to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
52. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Get that.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We've got 25 to Mike. Check right, check right. Check 37, check 37. Hey, lady, switch. Yo, ladies. Hey, wahoo. Whip. Watch the whip. Keep going, oh, keep going.
Darnold from the gun. Going deep here for Stills. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Interception all day, baby. Yeah.
Rip left, rip left. Check, 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 check.
Hatchet.
Mixon with it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Mixon. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
All day, every day.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bandit.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now it's hit carry for Johnson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Safe. Chance. Check safety. Check three. Hey, watch the edge. Hey, 50. Ten.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Set. 250. 57's the mic. So don't say nothing. Hey, 54. Mike's 57's mine.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
32.
57. Mike, 57. Danny.
0.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 6 man. Check curls.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
32.
31's the Mike. Okay, double up.
They snap it to Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Check 26. The lady, protein spill.
Again, it's Mixon. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got? Give me something.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a run with Anderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Hey, high 7.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey,
Big 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, 70.
31's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Buzz.
3rd and 2, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready. Blue 60.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Move Omaha. Ready, move.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Record.
Smooth.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
0.
Mike, 56.
Hey, exit.
56.
No gain on this defense. No gain. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Exit, exit.
Throwing again. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a disc. And some talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Be ignored.
with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm on my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't getting paid with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she's a poor bride. Living up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winning side. Ready try, keep a different vibe. Shoot down the ride, down the tide. You will never know, you ain't never try. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you see that. On my hands real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the views. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the views. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the views.
What I can't be number two. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my
Hey
legacy.
yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need